The cruelty of women makes men angry and frightened. What followed was cruelty to his son. Half an hour ago, Sal successfully reversed his shadowy relationship with Master Alan. Then Alan passed out. The camera turns. In Alan's room, the butler is reporting to Hira. What happened before? First of all, there is nothing wrong with Master Alan's body. It just consumes too much magic. Caused a temporary syncope. As for why the soundproof spell suddenly failed, just because a servant anointed a god while casting a spell. However, as punishment, the apotheosized person has been dealt with directly by the butler. There was no expression on Hira's face when he heard that. So this is not the first time this has happened. Hira is used to the way the housekeeper handles it. Then the butler told Hira. The reason why Master Alan is uneasy at the moment. Maybe it's just because I'm too young. And this is the first time I've done this. It will inevitably put a little burden on the heart. The lover at this time frowns, trying to remember something. In his subconscious, I feel like I've been through something. But he has absolutely no memory of what happened. Seeing my son like this, Hira really thinks it's because my son is too young. Still sad for those shadows. He is also about to tell his son, this world, it was originally a world where the law of the jungle. I just haven't waited for Hira to finish speaking. Alan interrupted his mother's nagging directly, and in turn, educate my mother. She's the future owner of the Cooper family. How could it be for those shadows? Feel sad. Instead, the shadows, I should have worked for him. Listen up. Hira wasn't surprised. Instead feel your own son should be so cold-blooded. Then Hira took her son into her arms. Here we go, praise yourself. Dad. The son said he was right to think so. Just having this idea. You've outdone a lot of your peers. Now in a dark corner outside the room, Xiao sees everything about mother and son. He also listened to the conversation between the two. Sure enough, it's not that a family doesn't enter a house. Mother and son are both cold-hearted people. But what the mother and son don't know is, from today onwards, Master Alan actually became him, Shadow of Sal Cooper. Actually, Sal knew about the magic of film and television. There's a reason for that. Original. In a previous life, Zhou fought for his family. Accidentally sees the copy, a parchment that records hidden magic. He is full of joy when dedicating the parchment to the family. But unexpectedly, I have long since become a shadow of someone in my family. Fortunately, he had seen what was in the parchment before. Combined with his experience of regaining power in his previous life, now he only paid a little blood. Swap the shadow relationship between him and Alan. Despite this, at only 3 years old, he is still too weak. Not enough to compete with the entire Cooper family. So he has to start getting stronger now. The first step to becoming stronger, it is necessary to obtain an invincible body. The camera turns. A place called Tinder Cliffs. It was the Cooper family who designed it specifically for the shadow, just to help the family screen out those with strong constitutions, the shadow who willingly sacrificed for the family. The rules of the test is to take a group of children under the age of 10, throw it all into the volcanic cliff, command them not only to go through the thorny jungle, and climb to the top of the cliff. Only, during this period, there will be condors to gnaw on their bodies. The family demands even death. Never give up. It's not over until someone reaches the top of the cliff. And the first person to reach the summit will also receive the blessing of Condor Griffin, will acquire an invincible body. At the foot of the mountain, Shadow's trainer Ines Walker, telling the Shadows the rules of this test. And the test time is only 3 days, within the stipulated time, by any means. As long as you can reach the top alive, you will succeed. But those who are afraid of death and give up will also be executed by the family after the 3-day test. Speak. A loud whistle sounded. All the Shadows rushed to the top of the mountain desperately. Next second, Ines saw an unexpected picture. 一蓑 saw whistling, walking slowly and leisurely past his eyes. Haven't gone very far. Xiao picked one. A completely different path from other Shadows. Other Shadows run up the hillside. Xiao, on the other hand, chose the vertical directly. Climb to the top of the mountain and see. Ines and his companions, all by Xiao's stupid behavior, made me laugh out loud. The Trinidad Thrall was the illegitimate son of the family. I offended Master Alan yesterday, so the two discussed. Did you solve Xiao here? To vent anger for Master Alan. But after Ines checked the time, he rejected it. Because he found a better game. Suddenly a loud roar came out. I saw a huge black shadow flying from the top of the mountain. Original. This shadow is the S-class monster Condor Griffin. At this moment, all shadows are left by this black shadow, stopped in place, and the faster shadows. Many have been killed by the Condor. Xiao just climbed halfway up the mountain. By coincidence, the whole killing. I saw the process clearly. At this moment, Ines at the foot of the mountain saw. The Condor doesn't seem to have spotted Xiao hanging in midair. He plans to provoke the Condor himself. Let's add something to Xiao's test. It's better for Thrall to succeed in dying at the hands of the Condor. A burst of air sounded. In an instant, the bow and arrow flew past the Condor's cheek. At the same time, Xiao came right up off the cliff. Just happened to be looked at by the Condor. You don't have to think about it. The Condor determined that the sword just now was fired by Thrall. Thinks Xiao is a provocation to him. So the Condor goes straight to full power. They came at Xiao. On the other hand, Xian was not frightened by the momentum of the Condor. It was an easy jump. Jumped on the back of the Condor. Xiao has already undergone these tests once in a previous life. He knew he wanted to get to the top fast and receive the blessing of the Condor. There is only one way. That is to tame him directly.